We hoped everybody would work hard for March Madness, and we hope that we would be able to give people a reward at the end of March Madness. So this is the grand finale. This is your reward for working hard. I believe we should work hard for the Lord, and I should believe we should play hard when we get a reward at the end. And we should listen. I think this should be fun. I think working for God should be fun, and it is fun to me. And I think that's what we should do. I think we should grow together as a family, as a group of people, and just continue serving Him and growing this church. And thanks for everything you did. Every single one of you. There wasn't anybody that didn't have a part in this. We had 38 visitors, or 38 people in Sunday school, record attendance. Got to see, I think, 6 people saved. Got to see numerous people join the church. We got numerous baptisms scheduled for next Sunday. So praise the Lord. I can't wait to see what April, May, June, July, and August, and all those months bring. But thanks for coming. We're going to have pizza directly after. We're also going to have some refreshments. And just thanks for coming. And Will, I'm going to turn it over to you. All right?
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing tonight? I'm going to tell you ahead of time, the devil does not want me to be here. I have this little tickle in my throat that's just been driving me insane. And I've got to work with 2 different groups. And anytime there's kids that we work with, the devil hates it. So if you hear a little bit of a tickle or a little bit of a rasp, I'll just warn you ahead of time, that's just what's going on, and I got a cough drop in my mouth. There's nothing magical about that, okay? Yeah, I got a fan already. Yeah. My name is Will, and I'm a Christian comedian and a gospel illusionist, and what that means for you, if one of the tricks backfires, feel free to laugh, okay? Everybody, take your right hand, stick it directly out in front of you. Everybody, take your thumb and point it to the floor. Now take your left arm and go over the top and interlace your fingers. Now standing. Now wiggle just your thumbs. Good, good, good. Now wiggle just your pinkies. Good, pinkies, just pinkies, just pinkies. Okay. Now everybody take your thumbs and go straight up in the air. That's why we leave magic to the professionals. Yeah. Now, let me start off by saying this. I do not believe in magic. I think that the only true magic is when Jesus changes a heart. Amen? A lot of the stuff that you see me do up here today, you could do the same things I'm doing with about 120 years worth of practice. Okay? Now, there's a little lady sitting, you're on the outside row. Yeah, you look down, now you turning around. There you go. Yes, you, young lady. What is your name? Allison, I have something for you. Ready? It's an invisible deck of cards. Catch. Yeah, like. So energetic, yeah. Woo! Would you open the box, please? Take the cards out. Excellent, excellent. Give the box to your sister sitting next to you. No, outstanding. I might have been born at night, but it wasn't last night, I'll tell you that. What you do is I want you to fan out all the cards. And I want you to find a card in the deck, any card at all that you like, pull it out. Show it to everybody. Outstanding. What I want you to do is I want you to turn it around so it's opposite all the other cards. Okay? Stick it back in the deck. Close the deck up. Get the box from Sis. Put the cards back in the box. Okay, now throw me the box. Thank you. Way. Did you that? What was the card that you chose? Do I have to tell you? It kind of helps the trick go a little faster if you do. Huh? Well, when you tell me, I'm going to show you something really cool with it. So, the 6 of hearts? Oh, okay, never mind. No. Seriously, it was the 6 of hearts? Seriously. Because if I take the cards out of the box, if I can get all the cards out here. If I can get all the cards out of the box here. Right? And what did you say your card was? The 6 of hearts? If I fan out all the cards, you'll see all the cards are facing out except one card. You want to take a guess what that card is? The 6 of hearts. Now, Don't tell anybody how we did that, okay? I appreciate that very much. Oh. Hey, little dude. Hey, little dude. What's your name? Thump right on the pew. How many people know what this is? Do you know what this is? Okay, it's just the Bible. It's a simple set of instructions to go to heaven or... It's just the Bible. It is King James. Yeah. It's just the Bible, and it's in a set of instructions. It says you can go to heaven or... What? Oh, there's a fire. Good thing I wasn't reading about the flood. How many people know that the love of money is the root of all evil? Because when you love something, you go for it. You chase after it. You make it an idol, right? This is a brand new trick that we're working with. It's kind of the love of money, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this up here. And a little snap. And what I can do is I can make an entire amount of money just completely disappear, okay? If you look, it's gone. You like that? What? It's not... Wow, she's speechless. Okay, wow, first time today. And I know what some of you are thinking, well, open the other side. Okay, not a problem. What we can do is we can close this side. And again, just a little magic snap does this, and you can open the other side. It's gone. Completely gone. Completely gone. Gone, gone, gone. Did you see that? And I can close this door, and it doesn't matter how many times you try, it's gone. Completely disappeared. Right? And again, just a little bit of magic goes a long way. Because what you know, if you love money, it'll really mess you up. What? What'd you expect to be over here? Money? No. Where do you keep money? In your pocket. Okay? No. It's not that hard. No. What is your name? Jessica. Change it. Okay, now, what we're going to do next. No. Jessica, will you help me with a trick? Come on up here. Come on up here. Now, what I have, Jessica, is I have a giant deck of cards. Okay? Now, I know there's some people that don't like playing cards, and they say, you know, they're evil, they're bad, and I totally understand. And when I go into churches, I always tell people, they can be used for bad or they can be used for good, right? And I use cards to witness to people. Now, one of the things I want you to do, this is just a regular old deck. They're just jumbo size, kind of like how I like my meals at McDonald's, okay? They're all here, a whole bunch of cards. In just a minute, I'm going to give these to you. I said in just a minute. Okay? I'm going to give you these, and I'm going to step forward. And what I want you to do is I want you to look through the deck and find a card that you like. When you find it, pull it out, hold it to your chest so I can't see what it is. Tell me you've pulled the card out, and then I'll step back and you'll give me the rest of the cards. Make sure the rest of the cards are face down, please, okay? And I'll step forward because I don't accidentally want to see her card, okay? Because what I'm going to use is my spiritual gifting. And I am going to find her card in the deck without any assistance whatsoever from the audience. Okay? Jess, you done? Okay. Now, this is not your card, right? This is not her card. In just a second, I'm going to have her step forward because, again, I don't want to accidentally see it. I want you to hold it like this. I'm going to ask you to step down. Watch your step. It's a big, long way down, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to show the audience the card, okay? Put it back to your chest and then step back up here. Okay? Go ahead and show everybody. Please don't say what the card is. Okay? Please don't say what it is. Step back up. Be careful. Are you ready? Without any assistance from the audience, again, please do not say what the card is. I'm going to have Jessica put her card back into the deck, and I will attempt to find it. Anywhere you want, Jess. Anywhere you want. Perfect, perfect. Now, I have no idea where your card is, okay? I will even cut the deck so it's even harder for me to have any clue where it's at, okay? Now, beforehand, did I ask you to help me fool anybody? No. If you're amazed by this, you're going to really like the rest of the show. Let me see if I can find your card. Is this your card? Is that her card? Now, was that a little hokey? How'd I know? That's what she just asked me. That's kind of a hokey magic trick, isn't it? But you know what? Sometimes people think that when we start talking to them about Jesus and our relationship with him, they think it's hokey. They think, that's whatever. That's for you. I don't get it. Whatever. You know what? Let's try something else. There are 4 decks of cards that are on the edge of the table there. There's a green deck. Let's step over this way so everybody can see the cards. The last time I touched these decks is when I set them out. There's a green deck, an orange deck, a purple deck, and a blue deck. Do you have a favorite colored deck that you'd like to use for this trick? Blue. Blue. Go ahead and grab the blue deck. Now, what I tell people about sharing the gospel is, you know what? It's about choices, and it's about giving our life to Christ, right? Open the box of cards. Not from that end. I'm just kidding. Open the box. Take them out. Is there anything left in the box? Okay, give the box to this young lady right here. And I want you to hold the box. That way you don't think I'm switching it out or anything like that, okay? Look in the box. Is there anything in the box? Nothing in there, okay. Look through the cards. Is it a regular set of cards? You don't have to count them, okay? It's all good. Okay? It's all good? What I want you to do is I want you to cut the cards in half. Half in one hand, half in the other. Okay? So far, she's been able to make a couple of choices. One, she wanted the blue deck, and now she's going to make a choice on about how much half is in each one of the decks here. Which half do you want me to use? This half. You're going to use that half. I'm going to want you to do the same thing we did just a minute ago, okay? I want you to take your cards like this and look through them, find a card that you like, okay? When you find that card, pull it out and hold it to your chest. Now, I'm going to stand out here, okay? I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to fool or anything like that. I'm standing out here. I got my cards. I'm not going to switch them out on the table or anything like that. Find a card you like, okay? You all set? Okay, don't show me what the card is. Take the rest of the cards and set them right here on the table, right here. Okay? Now, what is your name? Gabby. What is it? Gabby. I noticed. No, Gabby. Gabby, you watch me, okay? Don't let me switch anything out. Don't let me do anything. You just watch me. Make sure I don't try to trick anybody. Step forward, show everybody the card. And if you have to, walk down the aisle, show them. Gabby, you watch me. Can everybody see the card? You watching me, Gab? Have I done anything? I'm just standing here. Come on back. What I want you to do is I want you to take your card and I want you to stick it in the middle, somewhere in the middle of my half so it sticks up like this. Okay? Okay, no, turn it up that way. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Turn it back that way a little bit. Right there. Is that her card? This will be her Jesus card. This will be her life. Because if we believe that there's life after death, the other half is her life later on. Okay? Would you go to Gabby and get the box? Gabby, you watch me, make sure I don't switch anything out. Okay, this is your card, right? That's a card. Okay? I'm going to tuck this card into my half. Open the lid. I'm going to slide the box this way, bend down the ears, bend the lid back. I need to borrow your right hand. Put your thumb on the lid, fingers on the back. Hold it nice and tight. Pinch it nice and tight. Turn towards the audience. Lock your elbow. Right there. Hold it nice and tight. Hold it nice and tight. Lock your elbow. Take both of your feet and put them closer to the floor. Yeah, okay, never mind. Just stay right there. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Now, if Jesus is in our heart, what's the best way to tell people about him? Let him out, right? Very slowly, loosen your grip on the cards and watch. Very slowly. Yeah. Is this your card? Is that her card? Take the card. Is there anything special about that card? I'm going to dump the cards in my hand. I'm going to give you the box. Look in the box. Is there anything in the box that should cause that card to rise? Nothing at all? Here's the cards you gave me. Can anybody tell me what's special about this card? Anybody? The young lady that chose it. Give her a hand, everybody. Thank you, Jessica. Now, we've got a couple homeschoolers with us, right? And how old are you?
10, almost 11.
10, almost 11. He's in 10th grade then. Okay, good, good. I have 3 ropes that are exactly the same size, right? Because the tops line up. Mm-hmm. Did you just say, uh-huh? Okay, I'm with you, boy. Uh-huh. I have 3 ropes. Would you feel that one? Would you feel this one, sir? And would you feel this one? What I want you to do is I want you to pull on them. Make sure it's just regular ropes. Are they regular ropes? They're not stretchy or bungee or anything like that. They're just rope, right? Let me have that one. Let me have that one. And let me have that one. Excellent. Now, I do have 3 ropes that are different sizes. I have a short rope. This represents the oldest. If you are the oldest sibling in your family, please raise your hand. Look around, look around, look around. Hands down. If you're the youngest sibling in your family, raise your hand. Look around, yeah. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. Usually when I say who's the oldest, they're on a very short leash, okay? They know there are rules and they're like, I'm the oldest, my hand goes down. If you're the youngest, usually you know you got a lot of rope to hang yourself, right? And you get away with murder. If you're a middle child, this middle string is the middle child. If you're a middle child, keep your hands down. We'll ignore you anyway. That's not my rule. Sorry about that one. Now, what I'm going to show you here is I have 3 ropes that want to be the same. And I'd say they are the same. Because now the tops and the bottoms line up. Pretty good, huh? But that's if you judge it by the outside. If we do what God wants us to do, we will see that if we judge them, 1, we judge them by the way that we look at them on the inside, there's 2, and 1, 2, 3. Not trying to fool you. If we try to judge them by the outside, we'll see that things end up short or we end up with too much. But we judge them from the heart, and that's what Jesus does. He judges us by our heart. And there's only 2 criteria. Either you know him as a friend or you don't know him at all. And if you don't know him at all, sometimes we end up short. Other times, you think, you know what? I got it all made in the shade. Well, that's true. But if we give our life to Jesus, you'll know that there's a life that's abundant. Right? And you'll have more than you'll ever need. Right? You can clap. That's a good trick. I like that trick. For this next trick, I'm going to need 2 real strong men. Dude right here in the Carhartt shirt. Do you know any strong men? No. You 2 guys come help me. Come up and help me. Oh. What is your name?
Toby.
Toby? Stand right over here, Toby. And what is your name?
Dakota.
Dakota. Oh, I love north or south? Come on up here. Come on up here. Toby, this is a homemade shackle. It's solid stainless steel. I want you to pull on it, make sure there are no breaks, make sure that it is solid. And Mr. Dakota or Mr. Statement or whatever you are, these are master locks. Don't lock them yet, but I want you to examine, make sure there are no hidden buttons or anything like that on them, okay? Now, these are guaranteed they're real. If a magician ever gives you anything to hold, to look at, to play with, guarantee it's real. Okay? Or is it real?
Yeah.
Real?
Yes.
Now for this trick, I need one other piece of magical equipment. A Mickey Mouse beach towel. Can anybody tell me why it's magical? Anyone? No, not because of Mickey Mouse, but good guess. Where did I get it? The Magic Kingdom. Hey, I just did a show in Michigan. They're like Walmart. I know. Sheesh. No. You know what the real magic was? They got me to pay $38 for a beach towel. Okay, that's some serious magic there. Now, this beach towel is just a beach towel. There are no hidden pockets or keys. What was your name again? Gabby. I want you to look at that and make sure there are no hidden pockets, any keys like that are on there. Sir, is it real?
Yeah.
Would you give him one of the locks? Give me the shackle. Give him the lock. Lock me in as tight as you can get it. Don't go on just the ends. You got to go nice and snug. Okay?
Okay.
Anytime today will be good. Make it nice and tight, just like Mom used to do. And apparently I don't need blood in my hand. Okay, good, good. Okay, good. Grab the top and the bottom. Lean backwards. Am I in there?
Yeah.
I am in there. Yank on that lock so everybody knows it's locked. Would you be so kind and grab that towel from Gabby? Sir, would you do the same thing? Lock me in, please.
Absolutely.
Nice and snug. And what grade are you in, sir?
Not graduated? Is that a grade?
Graduated in, okay, he graduated. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, folks. I don't know anything about this. Yank on that lock, please. Yank on that lock. Grab top and bottom. Lean backwards. Lean. Am I in there? You're not going to pull me over, little man. Would you give him one corner of the towel? Just hold it right there for a second. This is sin. When you have sin in your life, you're captured and you're trapped. Now, you can do a lot of things. You know, you can do some things. But you can't do everything. You're trapped, you're caught. You can't get away. You can't get free, right? But you know what? There's a secret. Hold this up. No, I want you to hold it about chest high. Pull it nice and tight. Come that way a little bit. No, wait. Down just a little bit. No. Go up just a little bit. No, go right here. Right there. Look that way. Okay. I'm locked in. Okay? I'm locked in and there's no way out. Right, Toby?
Right.
Look that way. Okay? I am locked in and with no possibility of being free. Now, I'm caught. What is your name, little girl? Olivia. Am I locked in? Yeah. No way out, right? Olivia. Are you? I'm locked in, right? No. I'm not? Olivia, I'm looking at you. Okay, I'm locked in. But this is sin. The secret with sin. Oh, get it. We'll wait. You know what? The secret with sin isn't that I know how to sneak in and out of it, because everybody can do that. The real secret is when you give your life to Jesus, He takes the chains away. Amen. Give these guys a big hand, everybody. Thanks, guys. Now, there's a beautiful young lady with a blue coat on, trying to smell the other girl's armpit for some reason, or whatever's going on there. I do not know. What is your name, sweetie? Casey. Do you know what Casey means in Irish? It means Casey. It's not really that hard. Casey, come on up here and help me. Come on, Casey. Give Casey a hand while she's coming up, everybody. Oh. Casey, why don't you stand right over there on that side of me? Now, Casey, I have a deck of cards here. Just tell them you're at church. They'll quit calling. What I have is a regular old deck of cards. Okay? Now, do you know everybody out there? No? Okay. There's a beautiful lady back there, has a green shirt on and like a white, like a sweat jacket on. Do you know her? No. Ma'am, would you stand up and help us with this trick? What is your name? Donna. You stay right there, Donna. You have the easy part. And it's Casey, right? Casey and Donna. Donna, in just a minute, I'm going to riffle through a deck of cards, and Casey's going to tell me to stop. She's going to grab a card out of the deck. She's going to memorize it, and with her amazing brain power, she's going to think it to you. Now, I will say, Donna, do you know what the card is? I don't want you to guess. I don't want you to lie. If you know what the card is, say yes. If you don't, say no. Okay? Now, again, this is just a regular old deck of cards, okay? Ready? I'm going to riffle through the deck, and you get to tell me when to stop. Ready? Go! I'll go nice and slow. Shoot for the middle. Now, when you say stop, stick your finger in the deck so we make sure we get the card that you want. Ready? That's where you want it? Take your card. Now, you look at the card. Don't show it to me. Look at your card. Memorize it. Put it back on the deck. What I want you to do is I want you to look at Donna. Come over this way, Casey. Come over this way. Stand right there. Nope. Turn right there. Face Donna. Hands down by your side. Feet shoulder width apart. Look right at Donna, and in your brain, I want you to say it out loud what that card is. Okay? Say what the card is. Now, don't cheat. Don't do something like this. Don't be going, don't cheat. Are you ready? And what this represents is sometimes you see people, and don't you wish you could just think to them, I wish you were a Christian? Yeah, I know I do. All right, you ready, Casey? Okay, I want you to look right at Donna. Donna, are you ready? I'm going to snap my fingers. You can get a little more enthused than that. If I have to. Here we go. Are you ready? Yeah. Hands down by your side. Okay. Stay, good girl. Stay. Okay, here we go. Look right at Donna. Ready? I'm going to snap my fingers. Think of the card. 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 Stop. Donna, do you know what the card is? Really? You don't know what it is? Okay. Sometimes, when people are trying to think what a card is to someone else, our heads are round, okay? Now, tell me the truth. Do these pants, do they make me look bald? Okay. Sometimes, our heads, since they're round, thoughts go every direction. We need to be able to harness our thought power and send them in one direction, right? So what we need is a piece of scientific equipment that can help us gather our thoughts and send them in one direction. And I have something like that, okay? This is called the brainwave capacitor. Now, what this is going to do, Casey, what this is going to do, besides get you a lot of dates, what this is going to do is take all your brain waves and focus them right straight at Donna. Okay? Hands down by your side. Ready? Donna, are you ready? Ready? Think of the card. 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 Stop. Donna, do you know what the card is? She don't like you. Okay, that's what this whole thing's about. No. You know what? It's a very far distance from here to there. If we had a piece of scientific equipment that could help you get your thought from here to there, it might help. And guess what? I've got something like that, okay? This is called the brainwave accelerator. Along with the brainwave capacitor, the brainwave accelerator, this is going to help you. What you need to do is hold this up to your forehead, and you're going to go forward as fast as you can. Now listen, don't go backwards. It'll suck the thoughts right out of her head, okay? Don't do that. Hold this. Act like you've seen something in the kitchen, woman. Okay, hold that up to your forehead. There you go. Now get ready. Wait, not yet, not yet. Aim it right at Donna. Donna, are you ready? Ready? Go. Think of the card. Think of the card. Faster, 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 faster. Think of the card. Think of the card. Faster, faster, faster. Think of the card. Think of the card. Faster, 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 faster. Think of the card. 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 Stop. Donna, do you know what the card is? You know what? Sometimes I bring up the most beautiful assistants, and is she not a beautiful young lady, everyone? She's a very beautiful young lady. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to dress you down just a little bit. Now, the reason I'm going to dress you down is so that your beauty doesn't blind everyone. Okay? Casey, this is the very first comedy vest I ever wore. Put your arm in. Turn around for me. Turn around. Turn around. What I want you to do, when I tell you to take this off, pull right here on both these to unsnap that. Okay. Oh, can you do that for me? How's that? Turn around. Donna, are you? Hey, look, we were the same size. Yeah, okay. Let's stand right over here. Stand right over here. Are you ready? I want to
use this?
Yes! Yes, you do. Now, I want you to clear your mind of everything. I don't want you to have anything that's going to be a hindrance to you, okay? No problems with it. Clear your mind. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your mind is clear, right? Yeah. Wait a minute. What's this in your back pocket?
Ain't nothing in my back pocket.
What is this? Oh my goodness! Did she say ew? Casey, are you ready? Oh, Casey. Aren't you glad you came to church? I'm a Christian. You got to forgive me. Are you ready? Casey, let's look at Donna. Donna, are you ready? Ready. Here we go. Hold that up to your brain. Remember, forward. Don't go back. Your second thought's right out of her head. Ready? Go. Think of the card. Faster. Think of the card. Lean into it. Faster. Aim it at Donna. Stop. Donna, do you know what the card is? What is it? Was it 7 of hearts? I didn't see it. It was? Give her a big hand, everybody. Give Donna a big hand, everybody. Thank you, Casey. You'll get more guys that way than anything ever. Oh. Now, there's a young lady in the purple, so she's giving away the secrets. What is your name, sweetie? Alexia? Come right up this way, Alexia. Come on, Alexia. How old are you? 15. What grade you in?
Right?
Ninth? Is that a question? You don't know? How many years you been in ninth?
1.
Are you sure? At this point, you don't sound really convincing. Alexia, right?
Yeah.
Alexia, I have a Grant's Black Cherry Soda bottle. It's a real glass bottle. Feel it? Real glass bottle. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to hold it in your left hand just like I'm doing, just like this. Okay? Hold that in your palm of your hand. Okay? Turn this way for me. Face the audience. And then I have a metal cylinder. Just a solid metal cylinder. There's nothing in it. I can show it to everybody. Look through it. Look through and see everybody. Now, if you go, arg, hold it up to your eye, you'll be a pirate. It's all good. So many people think that being a Christian is just following the rules. Okay? And if you just follow the rules, you can be a Christian too. Right? You have a glass bottle and I have a glass bottle. We both have empty cylinders. Everybody see that? I want you to follow directions. Because if following directions is just the only way to get to heaven, that ought to be easy, right? Take the cylinder, put it over top of the bottle. Put your hand on top and go 1. Say 1. 2. 3. And magically the bottle flips over in your hand. What'd you do? Besides lose bladder control up here on the stage, what did you do? Let's try that again. Grant's Black Cherry Soda, empty bottles, right? Hold it in your left hand. Show everybody that the cylinder is empty. Everybody see that? Cylinder is empty. Put the cylinder on top. Put your hand on top. And go 1. 2. 2.5. It wasn't that funny, okay? 3. And magically, the bottle flips over. It didn't flip over? Aren't you following directions?
Yep.
Because mine flipped over. See, I'm not sure what she's doing because hers didn't. Hers did not flip over. But you know what? If I look at it, mine did. Because, see, yours is not. For some reason it won't, but mine will. Okay? Some people think this whole trick is about the bottle, right? Let's trade bottles. It's not about the bottle. Right? Empty cylinder. Cylinder on top. Hand on top. Let's count in Canadian this time. Ready? 1. 2. 3. Magically, the bottle flips over. What? See, you're doing this. I want this. Okay? Is it that hard? And you know what? Some people say, you know what? It's not the bottle, it's the cylinder. You want to trade cylinders? Let's trade cylinders. Because what I'll do is I'll give you this cylinder, and I'll take this one. Oh, did you see that? Let me see your bottle. It's not about the bottle, because that represents us. It doesn't represent following directions, because that's nothing but a cover. But when you know Jesus on the inside, it doesn't matter how your world ends up flipping over, it always comes out right. Give her a big hand. Nice job, kiddo. Now, since we're in church, is it okay if we do a little bit of singing? Is that okay? Isn't this guitar nice? The Lord gave me this, and He gave it to me for free. Because the other day I took a flight, and I went to go get my luggage coming around that conveyor belt. This was on my suitcase. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Anybody like cats? Anybody? Not. Oh, I see some thumbs pointing over here. Yeah. Do you like cats? How do you cook them? She's like, "Arr!" I told that joke in a church a few weeks ago, and this little lady sitting right on the front row, bless her blue hair. She's like, "That's mean! That's mean!" I was like, "Ma'am, it's not mean. They're dead when we cook them." Now, are some of you dog people? We got any dog people here? I see some hands. Does anybody have my favorite kind of dog? Anybody got a lab? Anybody got a lab? Black. What do you got? Kind of lab you got? Black lab. Black lab. Anybody got a yellow lab? Anybody yellow? Anybody got a chocolate lab? Anybody from Toledo? Anybody got a meth lab? Just checking. Just checking, folks. No, I do a couple of cat jokes, and I like animals. Animals, they make you feel good when they want to. My wife and I, we have a couple of cats, and ours have biblical names. Demon and Satan, okay? No, we had 2 cats, and they like to make you feel good when they want to. But when it's cold outside in the winter, and I'm from Northwest Ohio, I like putting something in the dryer. Get nice and warm. Take it out, wrap up with it. That is my favorite thing to do. So I took that, the way something embracing and warm coming out of the dryer makes you feel, and the way cats make you feel, and I put them together. And I wrote this song, I think you're going to like it. It's called Cat in the Dryer. Thank you. Believe it or not, we actually had a lady after one of the shows, she came up, she said, "I don't like those cat jokes." I said, "Ma'am, I'm a professional. I'd never hurt an animal. If I ever put a cat in the washer or the dryer, I set it on the delicate cycle." I like talking about animals because there's animals in my Bible. And I can share my Bible with people pretty easy because most people like animals. Did you know that birds are in the Bible too? Did you know that? The Holy Spirit comes down like a dove. Very, very good. First bird that Noah let out of the ark was it was a raven. It was not a dove. I asked a whole bunch of Sunday school kids that. I said, "What's the first bird Noah let out of the ark?" Little kid went, "Ostrich." No, sorry, kid. But it's a raven. And if we had to learn anything from Christianity, we learn sometimes we don't get the credit that we think we deserve, right? We do a lot of work, and sometimes we just get overlooked. And just like the raven, if the raven could teach us something, and it had a song, what would that song be? This is what I think it'd be. This is what I call Raven's Praise. Sing along if you know it. Oh! Oh! Thank you. My wife and I, we get to go all over the country. And we get to share the joy of the Lord with people. And you know what? We go to all denominations. You know why? Everybody likes to laugh. Matter of fact, we did a big event just a little while ago. It was a huge Jehovah's Witness conference. But they only let me tell knock-knock jokes. Yes. But no, so, you know, my wife and I, sometimes we end up going places where people shouldn't even be. Like jails and juvenile detention centers. And when we go in there, we have one message. Jesus set you free. You have to live like this. Change the way you make decisions. Give your life to the Lord. You don't have to be here. This song is for those people, those guys, those that are incarcerated. This is called Freedom. Hope you like it. Thank you. Oh. And I get people say, you actually do any songs with that guitar? You just tell jokes with it. I actually wrote a song. This is a song from when I was a little kid. I had a best friend, his name is Pete. We were inseparable. We did everything together. One day, Pete and I were outside playing, and I heard this loud crash, like, I spun around, my best friend is gone, disappeared. Went running back to the last place I saw Pete and realized Pete had just fallen through the cover of an abandoned well. There's nothing I could do. We had to call emergency services, the police and the fire department to come and dig him out. But my mom said, son, all you can do is pray. Now, I don't know about you guys, but many, many times in my life, prayer is the best option I got. Amen? So I sat down one day with my guitar, and I thought about Pete and all the emotions I was going through and everything. And I wrote this song, and every time I do it, I dedicate it to Pete. So this is for Pete. It's called Hold On. Hold on! Thank you. My name is Will. I am 46 years old. Should be 47, but I got held back a year. I don't know if you know this or not, but I started a new job recently. I work at a hospital. I am an orderly. And if you look up the French meaning for orderly, it means doesn't make squat. Okay? That's what I do. But you know what? One of the things I get to do as an orderly, I have the opportunity, if someone comes into the emergency room and their heart's not beating, I'm the guy that does chest compressions to keep you alive. Now, when they trained me on how to do this, they said, listen, Will, when you do this, you have to pump on their chest, push hard all the way down, and you got to go quick. The best way to do this is do it to a song, okay? Staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. Okay? The very first time that I had to do chest compressions and they said, code blue, ER, code blue, room 1, I forgot the song. I ran in there and went, another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And the guy that's next to me goes, wrong song, wrong song! Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. I'm knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh, that's tough. And I get to take pregnant ladies up to OB. And OB, if you don't know what that means other baby, right? Okay, so I get to take them upstairs in this elevator. And I always have this little joke I tell them. I was like, listen, there's only one rule. No babies in my elevator. No babies in my elevator. I took this lady, as soon as we got in the elevator, the OB floor is on the 3rd floor. I'm on the 1st floor. The door closes. As soon as it goes, the lady grabs a hold of the handles on the wheelchair and goes, And the best medical training that I could come up with at the moment was scream like a little girl. I was like, ah! So then her husband decided to calm me down, so he started screaming like a little girl. I was like, ah, ah, ah! And we're screaming, we're scared to death. And all of a sudden, this lady in the wheelchair stopped and looked up and went, gotcha. You know what? And I have to wear scrubs. I wear scrubs at work. And I have to put a mask and gloves on sometimes. Now, I probably shouldn't do this. But I like to walk into someone's room and go, I am so sorry, we just got your test results back. And, oh, wrong room, sorry. And for a minute there, they, and they tell me to quit. But that's what I like to do. I am an orderly, and I love doing that. And you know what? Since I became an orderly, it's given me a little bit of extra spending money. And I just have a brand new granddaughter. She was born March 31st. So I got a little money to spend on my new granddaughter. I got some money to spend on my beautiful bride sitting back there. And now how many people know that Valentine's Day just came and went? All the guys should have their hands up, okay, everybody. Now for this Valentine's Day, I told my wife, I said, honey, if there's anything that you would like, can I spoil you? Can I do something special for you? You know what she told me? I want a mani-pedi. I was like, cool, we're getting a horse. You know, wow. She said, no, a mani-pedi. It's when you get your nails on your fingers and your nails on your toes done. Oh, why do you want that? She goes, oh, it is so awesome. It is so relaxing. It is so wonderful and blah, 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 okay? I was like, okay, if it's so great, guess what? I'm going to go with you. I'll get mani-pedi too. And she goes, no, you won't. That's my sanctuary. Don't you mess this up for me. Well, I said, no, I want to go too. If it's that good, I want to go with you. So we went to the spa. A spa. Spa is French for foo-foo. Okay? We walked in, there's bubbles floating around, there's music playing, and when I walked in, it went, a guy. Now, I don't know a lot about spas, but apparently the Koreans have a corner to market on this, okay? I don't know what they're saying because they're like, I don't know what they're saying because I don't speak Spanish, okay? They're going on. Now let me say this. I know they don't speak Spanish. I know they speak Korean. Do you know the difference in how to tell the difference between North Korean and South Korean? A North Korean sounds like nuk chao ta. The ch's and the ta are very hard. You'll hear them nuk chao cha. You hear that kind of thing. If they're from South Korea, it sounds like nuk chao y'all. My wife's in the back going, why did he tell that one? Oh. But I go in there and this little girl pulls her little stool right up in front of me and she's like, nuk tak tak ta, nuk tak tak ta. At first I thought she's pretending she was a chicken because I didn't know what she was doing. Nuk tak tak ta. But again, I don't speak Korean. I didn't know what she's saying, but you know what? I swear that woman was saying, why'd I get the fat guy? Why'd I get the fat guy? She started rubbing my feet, and I'm like, oh, she's rubbing my feet. Then, after she's rubbing my feet, she pulled out this thing. It looked like a cheese grater. I'm like, she's rubbing my feet, and I'm going to get cheese. What could be better? And then she started rubbing it on my foot, and I'm like, I don't want no cheese. But my wife loves that stuff. Now, I will ask you guys to keep me in your prayers because I've got a couple of health things going on. Actually starting to lose my eyesight. And I talk about it in my show because it's real. My wife's noticing it's getting worse because the other day she said, honey, will you take out the trash? I couldn't see that happening. There's some guys going, that works? I'm going to write that down. No, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. By applause, anybody know what sleep apnea is? Yeah, okay, a couple people know what it is. Sleep apnea, in case you don't know what it is, it's when you stop breathing in your sleep. Did you know the biggest symptom for sleep apnea is that you snore? I didn't know that. And then the doc told me there's only 2 ways to snore. And I should have figured that out, but I didn't know that either. The first way to snore is through your nose. That's a nasal snorer. That's the kind of person that sounds like they have a wood chipper stuck in their sinus cavity, okay? And they sound like this. That lady right there, she went, that's him. That's him. No, that's a nasal snorer. The only other way to snore is through your mouth. That's an oral snorer. That's the kind of person that sounds like they got a ping pong ball stuck in a shop vac. Okay? And it kind of sounds like that is an oral snorer. That's the kind of person that keeps me up at night. Now, the worst thing about my sleep apnea, I do both. I am a nasal and an oral snorer. And the medical term for that is sleeping on the couch. I was like, Doc, what can I do about this? I got to do something. He says, well, you need to eat right and exercise. And I was like, or? Come on, man! So he ended up getting me a CPAP machine. A CPAP machine, in case you don't know what this is a little machine that sits beside my bed and pumps air up my nose all night so I don't forget to breathe. So now instead of snoring, it's like, hey, honey, this is a whole lot better, isn't it? Oh, it's crazy. This face mask that I have to wear connects to the unit with 8 foot of hose. There's 8 foot of hose from the mask to the unit. The other night I rolled over in bed. I rolled over on the hose. Cut my own air off. I have no idea what my wife thought I was dreaming about, but she must have thought I was dreaming I was a goldfish. Because I'm just laying there going, and in her sweet little voice, she went, breathe, stupid. Oh. Now, how many people in here will admit it's hard to be a Christian when you drive? Anybody? Oh yeah, now hands are going up all across the room. It is extremely hard to be a Christian when you drive. I can put my favorite praise and worship CD in. I'll be driving down the road. Lord, I lift your name on high. Jerk! Ah! Jesus loves me, this I know! You know you want them to pull over and you want to hand them a track and then give them a paper cut. You know you do. And the other day I saw this little fish on the back of a car. And it was an ichthus. If you know what an ichthus is, that's the little fish that symbolizes Christianity. Well, then I saw another car drive by, and it had a fish with little legs on it, and it said Darwin. Well, then we started driving a little further, and I saw a Darwin fish with little feet being swallowed by a bigger fish that said truth. Because you know if you're a Christian, all you want to do is rip somebody's head off, right? It's crazy. My wife, when we're driving, I get a touch of road rage, and I do my very best to be a Christian, but you know, I have a GPS in my car, a girl in the passenger seat. And then she has to remind me of all these little Christian things. Like, they're going to know you're Christians by our love. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Christians wave with all their fingers. Shut up! Oh, makes me so mad. And you know what's funny? No matter what I do, no matter what I try, it seems like I find the funny in everything. I can look and I can see something. Is it easy? No, not by far, no way. But you know what? With Jesus' help, and I know He's on my side, I got nothing to worry about. Amen? I can try to share Jesus with somebody. And you guys are doing this big push. You had a big push of trying to bring people in. Man, you set a record on attendance. People are getting saved. That's what it's all about. My wife and I, we invite people to church all the time. And you know, sometimes people tell you no. We saw a lady the other day say, hey, come to church with us. Got a great kids program, come to church with us. She says, I don't want to go to church. There's too many hypocrites. I said, I know. That's why I don't go to Kroger's. And she just looked at me. I said, yeah, you ever been in Kroger's? You'll see a fat person in there with a dozen donuts and a Diet Coke. That's a hypocrite. I saw my friend Pete, the one that was in the well. I was like, Pete, you got to come to church with me, man. And now Pete is Catholic. Any Catholic people in here? You Catholic? Oh, Saturday, you'll be at bingo. Never mind, okay. Sorry about that one. No, I'm not. No, not at all. My friend Pete's Catholic. And I said, Pete, come to my church, man. You find out how Jesus changed my life. He goes, Will, I don't want to go to your church. Christians are pushovers, man. They're wimpy. Oh. Bam! You want to go to church now? We're having a healing service. And you know what? My wife and I am not kidding. We get to go to all denominations. Every denomination's out there, except the Jehovah's Witnesses. They have us come in and do comedy for them. We went to one church. Now, they were speaking in tongues. Okay? I don't know if I totally understand all of that, and I don't know how much of that is real. Because there's one lady got up and she went, hey, about a Honda, shit about a Mazda. What? What did you say? Like, I don't know what that was. And then sometimes they're dancing in the Spirit. Man, the Holy Spirit needs some new dance moves. He's been around 2,000 years. I mean, He needs ones like, anybody want baptized? Anybody? I can deal with that. And let me say something like this, okay? Let me say something. I'm a big guy. If you're here and you're skinny, I don't like you. Okay? Why? Because people have tried to make Christianity skinny. If you go to the Christian bookstore and you try to buy a Christian t-shirt, they only go up to extra large. Okay? What? Jesus can do everything, but when He comes back, oh no, you're too heavy. Stay down there, I can't pick you up. Yeah. You go to heaven, you go up to heaven. How do you get there? On the straight and narrow. Narrow. I got to go sideways to get to heaven, okay? That ain't fair. How do you take communion? You take a little cup and a little pinch, right? You got communion. You get a pinch and a swig. Come on, Pastor, I've been listening to you for an hour. I want chicken and a Coke. Okay, come on. But you know what? I can laugh. And I tell people at work when I'm at the hospital, I say, my name's Will. I'm going to be orderly. I'm going to take you upstairs. I try to tell them a couple jokes as we get upstairs. And I just tell them I'm a comedian. And they're like, oh, I got a joke for you. And then they start telling you a joke and it starts peeling the paint off the walls. Like, ah! You're close to death. Don't tell those kind, okay? Come on. And then I say, I don't really tell those kind of jokes. I'm a Christian comedian. And they don't understand what that is. They're like, Christian comedian? You make fun of God? What? No, He's my best friend. You don't get it. He's my very best friend. And I share through laughter and comedy how good He's been to me. Because the guy that's up here would not be the same guy without Jesus. Because without Jesus, I'm an angry, bitter young man. If you still consider me young. But you know what? Because of Jesus, I have a whole different outlook on life. Because of Jesus has changed my life around. And you know what? He's the reason that we can laugh. You don't have to be dirty to be funny. You don't have to be dirty at all to be funny. You know what? Some people take the easy way out and they think that they can throw a couple of this and a couple of that in. No, that's not true. You just become a potty mouth. It takes practice. And it takes a lot of skill to make somebody laugh and do it clean. And when you walk away, they're like, oh, that guy was funny. That guy was good. That was great. But you know the best part about it? When I can tell somebody, you know, when I started out in my life, I fought for my life. I was so tiny, I fit in the palm of my mom's hand. I was a preemie. And there I was fighting for life. And I only weighed 10 pounds, 6 ounces. Okay, I was a fat little fetus. Okay, I admit it. But from the moment I started my educational process, I was bullied. I got picked on. When all the kids would take their bathroom break, they'd run the little guy's head into the sink, and I got scars on the back of my head. I got physically assaulted by one of my teachers, and she told all the other kids he deserved it. That was the day I swore my kids would never be homeschooled. Things aren't always easy for me. But you know what? Have you guys had fun tonight? I know I saw the pizza pull in and it must be downstairs, so I'm going to wrap this up for you. Have you had a good time tonight? How many people would say, Will, just keep going, I could listen to more, don't worry about the pizza, just keep going? How many people would say that? Good. Because in the back there, my wife's got some CDs and DVDs. If you want to hear more now, you got to buy it, okay? That's what I'm saying right here. We've got some DVDs. It's called Will McDaniel's Massive Comedy Special, and I don't know where Pastor went. You got tired of the comedy halfway through or something? I don't know. No, but we have a couple of door prizes we're going to give away, and we've got CDs. It's called The Cat's in the Dryer, and it's not all singing, folks. I'm just saying that right now, okay? But I hope that you enjoyed everything. Did you have a good time? And if you did, would you give Jesus a hand? Thanks, guys. Where is Pastor? Pastor's wife, do you want to take over? Since you kind of run him anyway?
He'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. It's all good. Keep going? Oh, my wife's giving me the keep going sign. Okay. When I was homeschooled for a little while, and then I got kicked out. Somebody called in a bomb threat. That was me. Now, I ended up going to public school. And public school is completely different than homeschooling. Because when you're homeschooled, you can't learn a whole lot on your own. Well, cat in a dryer. Okay, you can learn that all you want. But when I went to public school, I got to learn math. Math for me is different than math for you guys. Because when I learned math, 2 + 2 was 4. You guys aren't going to learn math like that. You guys are going to learn math with words. Story problems. There are 2 trees, and there are 2 lumberjacks. The lumberjacks go into the forest to harvest the trees. The first lumberjack can do all of his duties in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And in case you're a visual learner, the second lumberjack, or Jill, can do all their duties in 45. 45. When they're done, how do the trees feel? Stumped? I don't think kids are dumb, but man, they ask you some really dumb questions. You know? I remember I had to take an aptitude test. It said, would you rather dig a ditch or read a book? I'd rather dig a hole and bury the book, okay? I don't want to do either one. Leave me alone. I want to stand up here telling jokes to the guy digging a ditch. All right? But you know, not only when I was in school did we have the math stuff that was going like that, but my friend Pete, the one in the well, we had gym class. Gym class is something you'll use later in life. Remember this exercise? Yeah! When's the last time you used that again, huh? Well, it was the day that everybody had to climb the rope, the big, long rope all the way up to the ceiling and ring a bell. You remember that? Yeah, because that comes in handy too. Hey, we got to balance a checkbook. Let me climb a rope, okay? But it was Pete's turn to climb the rope. And Pete climbed the rope, got all the way to the top. I'm like, come on, Pete, you can do it. Come on, Pete, you can do it. Pete got to the top, went bing, and rung the bell. And then he looked down. He's like, ah! And he froze. And he just stood there, he's just at the top of it, just holding on for dear life. And the gym teacher, she's like, McDaniel, get him down. I was like, okay. And Pete's like, stop it! I said, Pete, loosen your grip. Come down hand under hand, just the opposite of how you went up there. But he's like any kid, he only heard part of it. All he heard was loosen your grip. So he comes sliding down one of those big old horsehair ropes at 100+ miles an hour. Sparks are shooting out of his hands and smoke's barreling off his thighs. He's like, whoa! Boom! Now, our school, we didn't have all that fancy stuff, like mats to stop you from falling, things like that. So what we did the next best thing. They tied a giant knot at the end of that rope. So Pete went, and remember, Pete's Catholic. And I ran over to Pete, I'm like, Pete, are you okay? Are you okay? And he went, get me a priest. Get me a priest. I was like, dude, we're in school. Where am I going to get a priest? Listen, dude, I've heard enough of your church services. I know what to do. So I knelt down beside him and I was like, before I-22, 067. Bingo! Are we having fun still? Outstanding. I just saw Pastor come in, and then he left again. Oh, there he is, yes. Give Pastor a big hand, everybody. Thanks for having us tonight. If you'd like a DVD or CD, Ginger's in the back. Trust me, I don't see any of the money that does that because she's running the table. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it, Pastor. Thank you.